Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm Bri Morena de Santos, and we are going to be doing like a yoga for beginners type class. So just nice and gentle and chill. So of course, you're started in a nice seated posture here. Just a nice, easy pretzel-y pose. And most importantly, feel free to just start to feel the earth beneath you. Allow yourself to relax, let the shoulders get heavy. Try to feel all of the muscles in your body melt into the earth. Relaxing through the jaw. And trying to hold on to this feeling of relaxation throughout the process. Maybe the eyes are starting to shut down a little bit, get a little softer, close down, if that feels okay. Otherwise, if your eyes are slightly open, your focus starts to blur out around you. And let's take a moment and let's just observe our surroundings. Maybe the sounds that you can hear. If there's any particular smell that you can smell. Feeling the temperature surrounding you. And connecting with your mat. This moment of a sacred space. Bring that focus internally. Start to notice how you're feeling, what you brought with you to the mat today. Any particular emotions that you're carrying in your body? Any ailments or injuries? Just taking note, no judgment. Just observing. And this is a beautiful way to start your practice. Getting to class, checking in, feeling the surroundings, having awareness, and then taking that awareness internally. Now start to notice your breath. You can notice your breath by feeling yourself taking inhalations through the nostrils. You can notice your breath by feeling your body rising and falling with your breath. You can notice the breath by literally listening for the breath. Hopefully all of the above. And start to allow that breath to become more intentional. Deeper inhales. Slower, longer exhalation. Every time you inhale, you feel this gentle expansion in your body. And every time you exhale, you feel this release, this melting of heaviness. Taking a few more rounds of breath here. And I will love to invite you to place one hand over your heart, the other atop of your belly. Take a moment and just feel these two areas of your body. Feel the palms pressing into your body. Feel your breath pressing back into the palms. And then take a slight tuck of the chin toward your body. Have this gentle moment of introspection where you connect back with your own body, your thoughts. And just tell yourself that you are grateful that you made it to your practice today. That is what truly matters. You're taking this moment, this time to be in the present and offering yourself something you obviously need. And when you're ready, on the next inhale, we're going to inhale our hands into the air. Eye gaze is up. Take a moment and observe your body in this stretch. Feel your heart lift, feel your shoulder blades come together, feel the fingertips reaching toward the sky, feeling your tail grounding toward the earth. And then exhale the hands by your side, tucking your chin gently into your body. Feel your palms pressing towards the earth. And then flip the palms up and inhale, rise like you are drawing all of this energy around you. Stretching the body in both directions. And exhale, release. Noticing that your breath is starting to move with the movements of your body. We're going to do this one more time. Flip the palms, inhale. Notice how you're inhaling as you're raising the arms. And as you take the stretch, you're retaining that breath in your body, feeling that inhale. And just when you can't take any more, the hands float down. The exhales release out of your body. Your muscles start to relax. A slight tuck of the chin into your body. Yes. We're going to take one hand and we're going to place it on the knee, taking a gentle twist. You can twist in either direction first. Eye gaze is right over that shoulder. Yes. Find your breath here. Be in the moment. And when you're ready, exhale, bring yourself center. Inhale your hands into the sky. Eye gaze is up, stretch the body. Exhale the hands by your side. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. And then take the twist on the other side as your hand captures your leg or your knee. Eye gaze is right over that shoulder. Find your breath. And when you're ready, gently exhale your body back to center. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together. Hands can be on the ankles or higher or lower. Take a moment here, yogis, and draw your shoulders into your ears and gently guide them down your back, just getting a gentle lift of the chest. Yes. Let your head float up toward the sky, top of the shoulders. Eye gazes can be softened. And we're going to hold this pose for just a moment. We're only going to move the head, okay? So inhale your nose to the sky. Feel that gentle opening through the front of your neck. And exhale, tucking your chin into your body, feeling that gentle flexion in your cervical spine. Trying to hold on to the positioning of your shoulders and the positioning of your chest. Inhale your nose back towards center, float your head on your shoulders. Take a deep inhale and exhale here. On your next inhale, just take your eye gazes over to one side. It doesn't matter which side you choose first. And as you exhale, let the head slowly float all the way to the other side. Don't allow yourself to get dizzy. Take your time. Try to relax the muscles in your legs because they might be nice and engaged here. And look for an exhale, bring yourself back center. We're going to tuck the chin around the spine. Let yourself relax through your body. You can hang out here. You can start to draw your nose towards your toes, coming into a deeper fold, getting into the hips. Find your breath. Yes. Deep inhale, slow exhale. And slowly rise. We're gonna walk our hands behind us. Lift your heart, draw your shoulder blades together, press the bottoms of the feet together, eye gazes up toward the sky. Take a moment, feel your palms pressing into the earth, and then draw and tuck your chin into your body. Keeping those shoulder blades together, keeping your heart lifted, feel that expansion happening in the front of your body. If it feels a little bit tense or feels like you're straining, try to breathe. So as long as you're not in pain. And then slowly walk your hands back to where you found them. We're gonna bring our knees toward the sky, our hands just under the knees. Yep. Take a moment here. We're gonna do some seated cat-cows. So take a deep inhale and exhale here. Yes, on your next inhale, inhale as you draw your chest towards your thighs, lift your nose, lift your heart, draw your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, lengthen your arms, lean back, feel your toes pressing into the earth. And at your own pace, gentle inhales and exhales, moving through your happy cow and your fraidy cat. If it feels good, you can hang out in one of the spinal flexions a little bit longer. I really like this pose because you can do it at your desk. You could do it in your car if you have the room. Most of us don't. But you can definitely do this wherever you're seated, right? You can just take some cat-cows without having to get on hands and knees. And you can do it standing. You can just bring your hands over your thighs in a standing position, which we will do today. Take one more round. And when you're ready, you're gonna bring yourself back to a nice centralized point and you're gonna come over onto all four. So ideally, you're starting to move your body like water, right? You're just going with the flow. So take a moment here. We're gonna walk our hands out in front of us. We're gonna dip our head in between our shoulder blades. Let your head dangle, stick your tail out behind you. Get that little flexion in your spine. So you're looking for that stretch. You're looking for relaxation. You're trying to dip your heart toward the earth. You're releasing your neck, no tension. And then take your eyes forward, flatten your hands on the earth, and just shift your weight forward. And imagine you're a little sill on a rock. Take your nose to the sky. Notice your shoulders. They might be way high in the ears. See if you can float them behind you. It is going to require you to engage your chest and draw your blades together. Exhale back to a nice little puppy pose or child's pose variation here. And then slowly rise, sitting on your heels. Take your time. And when you arrive, we're going to inhale the hands into the air. Exhale the hands by our heart space. We're going to reverse that. We're going to take a little heart opener. So take a moment, press the palms together, inhale, rise. So you're lengthening and reaching toward the sky. Drop your shoulders back down your body. So hands are still pointing, but shoulders are no longer reaching in the ears. Slowly lean back, lifting your heart, lifting your nose. Exhale, bring yourself back through center, use your core, and then bring your hands back to your heart. Yes. Tuck your chin into your body. Take a moment, release any tension. Relax the muscles in your legs. Yes. We're going to come over onto all four. Hands right under shoulders. We're going to lengthen that right foot behind us, tuck the toes, and we're going to press the earth away from us. So we're looking for that stretch, getting right into that sciatic nerve. If this is too much on that knee, you can shift your weight back and forth, just moving through the toes, yes? So you can hold it or you can move the body. Some of us need a little movement. Some of us need a little hold and static positioning. Honor your body. One more round of breath here. And then shift your weight forward, bring both knees to the earth and switch legs out. Tuck the toes, press the mat away from you, invite that stretch. Again, if your knees are locking out, just move through the toes, shifting your crown toward the top of your mat for a few rounds before maybe going back into that static hold if you need to. And I want you to think about this when you're in your downward facing dog. It's pretty similar, right? We can hold the pose, we can lock it out, or we can move around in it, or we could do a little bit of both. Yes? And then shift your weight forward. We're gonna come back to a tabletop, and we're just gonna wag our puppy tail. So ear to shoulder, both sides. Release any tension that's happening in the side body, lower back. Yep, yep. And now we are gonna go into our first down dog. So you're going to tuck your toes, keep those knees nice and bent as your tail floats to the sky, eyes toward the thumbs, eyes toward the belly button, eyes toward the back of the mat. And then when you're ready, you can start to lengthen those legs. They do not have to lengthen all the way. You do not have to touch your heels to the earth. You can pedal each leg. You can come into tippy toes, move around intuitively. Don't forget, this is like a yoga for beginners series. So if you're like, why is she telling us all of this? That's why. Spreading your fingers, pressing your palms into the earth. You're going to start to walk your toes to meet your hands. Take your time arriving. You're going to come into a forward fold. And you're going to hang nice and long. Eye gazes can go to the top of the mat if you start to feel dizzy here, or your eye gazes can go toward the knees, tucking your chin slightly into your body. Take a nice bend of the knees here. Look down at your toes, lift them off of the mat and drop them one by one. We're going to shift our weight toward our toes. We're going to grab opposite elbows. Look for the stretch. So you're going to invite that separation that's happening in the back of your body from shoulder to shoulder. And if you like, you can straighten your legs, shifting your weight into your toes more, getting a deeper stretch in the back of the legs. But honor your body. Check in, see what you want. You can also sway from side to side if it doesn't make you too dizzy. So either this is a low back release, this is a stretch in the upper back, it's a release of the neck, and hopefully shoulders, and as well, for some, the back of the legs. So go ahead and let your hands float back to the earth, bend the knees. We're gonna slowly roll up, inch by inch, little by little. Oops. Let your head float on top of your shoulders, nice and slow. And then inhale your hands into the air. Eye gazes follow just like you did when we were seated. Stretch in both directions. Fingers to the sky, feet grounding into the earth. Exhale the hands by your side. Tuck your chin. Palms are going to come and touch the sides of your legs. Relax your glutes. Inhale, flip the palms up, 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 up. Fill your lungs. So when the fingers reach the sky, your lungs should be full as you can make them today. Stretch and retain that breath if you can handle it. And then exhale, release, release, slowly release. Take your time. Allow your movements and your breath to connect together. Uno más, one more time, inhale, rise. Invite that deeper stretch if you can at the top. Reach in opposite directions. And then exhale, lift your heart. Take a little gentle baby back bend. Yes. Inhale, rise. Use your core. Exhale your hands to your heart. Yeah. We're going to keep those hands floating all the way to the mat, coming into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Take a moment in this fold and pedal it out. Yes, yes. Breathe. Step back into your first plank and then drop both of your knees. Press your tail to your heels for a little child's pose. Pause. Knees can be together or separate. Find your breath here. Yep. And then slowly roll up. You're seated on your heels. Inhale your hands into the air. And we're gonna take cactus arms, lift the heart, lift the nose. We're gonna do it 2 times, 3 times total. Inhale, rise. And exhale, let it go. Yes. Inhale up. Fill those lungs. Exhale, let it go. Inhale the hands back up. And this time, exhale them to your heart. Wonderful. Doesn't that feel so zen? I love it. We're gonna step back into a nice little tabletop. And now we're gonna get into a little bit of balancing. Shift your weight into that left hand, right hand forward. Option to take your eyes with you. Slide that left foot behind you. Toes can be tucked into the earth. Option to raise that foot off of the mat in line with your spine. I like to take my eyes toward the earth just because I like my neck to release, but a lot of yogis like their eye gazes forward because they can get into their deeper diaphragmatic breathing. So you just have to check in with your body. Remember, you can always drop those toes to the earth. Toes should be flexed towards your nose. Find your breath. Find the power that resides within you. Poses like this keep us in the present. One more round. Exhale, release your body back to the earth. Go ahead and move your body intuitively, making big circles or figure eights, or wagging your puppy tail, taking any twists or turns, or dipping your hips from side to side. Yes. And before we do it on the other side, we're gonna take a little child's pose, pause. So take a moment, relax. Take 2 really deep rounds of breath. Feel the sensations of the breath moving throughout your body. And enjoy this moment. Kind of like a red light, you know, we're just stopped and we're relaxing, reorganizing. Slowly start to rise. You're seated on your heels. Inhale your hands into the sky. Exhale, cactus arms, open the heart. 2 more times. Maybe let some audible exhales release out of your body. Don't be shy. Inhale the hands up, hands to your heart space. Cut through the BS, right? It's like this nice little Zen moment. Coming back to tabletop, make sure your hands are right under your shoulders. And this time we're gonna shift our weight into that right hand, left hand forward, option to take the eye gazes with you, slide that opposite foot behind you. Toes can stay grounded here. Option to lift the toes off of the mat, keeping the fingertips to toes in line with your spine. So not lifting your limbs higher than they need to go in this particular moment. And flexing those toes towards your nose, right? Pressing the mat away from you. You can always drop those toes back down to the mat. Try to reconnect with your breath. Try to find your power, ground your energy, feel the palm of your hand pressing the earth away from you. Try to look for that settling that happens when we hold a pose like this. One more round of breath. That's right. Exhale, let it go. Release your body. Woo, relax. Let go of any tension, shoulders, lower back, glutes. Release your jaw. Check in with your knees. Ask them if they would prefer a blanket, right? Don't just fight through the pain. All right, my dears, we're gonna come back into a seated posture, sitting on our heels. And then we're just gonna we're gonna tuck the toes and press the earth away from us, coming into a little yogi ball, and then finding a forward fold. Pedal it out, take your time. Slowly, with bent knees, start to rise. Nice and chill. We're gonna inhale the hands in the air. And exhale, open the heart, baby back bend. Inhale up, let's take 2 more for fun. And exhale. Maybe some audible releases. Inhale up. And exhale, let it go. Inhale up. Exhale our hands to our heart. Yes. We're going to hold this pose for a few rounds of breath. Hands to heart space. Eye gaze is soft or off the tip of your fingers. So through the nose, tips of fingers, everything around you is super blurry. Pressing the palms together, fingers can be spread or glued together, yogi's choice. Now, start to bring some awareness to your shoulders and let them relax. They don't need to do anything. Relax through your thighs, through your glutes. Maybe wiggle your toes, feel your body grounding through every part of your foot. Find your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale those glued palms together up towards the sky. We're going to interlace those fingers when we get to the top and flip the palms up, stretching, lifting the heart, taking a deep back bend. Exhale, release the hands, slow swan dive. Hinging right at the hips, bending the knees whenever you need to. Inhale, lift, and let your fingers come all the way up your shins, touching your knees. Exhale, take it down. We're going to do that 2 more times. If you can, let your fingers touch your legs. Inhale up. Get that little somatic connection. Exhale down. Uddha Mas. Inhale up. Yes. Exhale, let it go. Bend the knees. We're going to step like a little kitty cat or a panther into a plank. Take your time. Drop your knees. Come into tabletop and wag your puppy tail. Ear to shoulder on both sides. Yes. From here, yogis, we're going to shift our weight into our left hand. Right hand's going to go toward the sky. And we're going to exhale that hand back to where we found it. We're going to shift our weight into the right hand, left hand toward the sky. Feel your left hip going with your body. And exhale, bring it back. Shift your weight. Right hand floats up. Take your time. Don't let me rush you. Don't get dizzy. Releasing when you're ready. You can hang out a little bit longer if that feels awesome. Getting into a gentle twist, opening up a gentle bit of your heart. Getting into your lymphatic rinses and releases here. Uddha Mas, one more time on each side. Exhaling that hand down, opposite side. Yes. And bring it back center. That's right. We're gonna lengthen that right foot behind us again, just like we did earlier. We're gonna keep both hands grounded, eye gazes on the earth, and we're gonna lift that foot off of the mat in line with the spine. We're gonna point and flex those toes. So we're holding the pose, but we're only moving that foot. Bring all your awareness to that ankle, to that foot. Now go ahead and bring those toes back toward the earth, and then draw that heel to toe. We're gonna hold this for just a moment, and we're gonna kick that foot up a little bit higher. Just getting right into that glute, getting a little bit of stretch here. And now we're gonna drop that knee down. We're gonna find a fire hydrant. We're just gonna lift that leg up. Yep, getting right into that flexor. If this is too much, you can have that leg a little lower, yeah? So if that feels like too much strain on your glute or your hip, drop it a little lower. One more round of breath. And exhale, let it go. Woo! Go ahead and do some hippie dips or some intuitive movement of choice, whatever feels good here. We're gonna take a little child's pose pause just so we can get some tension off of our wrists and our knees. So take a moment, You can always bring a block right under the forehead here. Yes? And just breathe. Releasing any tension in your wrists, your fingers, your jaw, your neck. Good to see all of you online, by the way. Lots and lots. All right, lovelies, we're gonna come back into a tabletop. Take your time to arrive. Bring your hands right under your shoulders. Make sure your positioning is nice and lined up so you don't have any unneeded tension. Eyes in between the thumbs. Lengthen the opposite leg, should be your left leg, but whatever's the opposite. And take a moment here and just feel the pose. Yes? And then we're going to lengthen that leg and lift it off of the mat in line with your spine. And we're gonna point and flex or wiggle and release any tension in that ankle. Now you might be inclined to kind of dip your heart toward the earth. See if you can keep pressing the mat away from you. Again, it's these simple little holds or movements that prepare the body for other poses. And believe it or not, you're getting a lot of muscular engagement. Those little tiny muscles are nice and engaged here. And your core is really supporting your back. We're gonna draw those toes toward the earth, heel to tail, kick it up, activate that glute. Find your breath, eye gazes to the earth. Yep. And then we're gonna release that knee to the mat, and we're gonna open up that left leg, fire hydrant. Again, it doesn't have to be that high, it could be nice and low. See if you can distribute your weight nice and evenly. Find your breath. Don't hold your breath. One more round. Woo. Exhale, let it go. Oh my goodness. Hip dips or move the body intuitively. We're gonna take another child's pose pause. So you can relax it out a little bit. Yep. When you're ready, relax the body. This time, maybe make it a nice wide leg balasana. So belly rests right in between your thighs. Melt your heart as far down to the earth, and your arms can go wherever you like, right? They can stay in front of you, they can come behind you. And you can always place a block or something under the forehead so that you can really get more deeper into the relaxation, if that feels good. Taking another round of breath. We're going to eventually turn this into Sphinx pose. So from child's pose, drop your forearms, take your eye gazes forward. And now you're like in a little forearm tabletop. And go ahead and slide your legs out behind you. Your feet can be wide or they can be glued together, totally up to you. So take a moment and lift your hands off of the mat like you're having like jazz hands, like palms forward. And make sure all your weight is in your forearms and not your wrist. So your hands are just accessories here. So go ahead and flatten them back. And then bring your shoulders out of your ears, float them behind you, press into your forearms, lift your heart. You're gonna feel this in your lower back. If it's too much for your lower back, yes, then you can dip your belly and your chest toward the earth, okay? That makes sense. Yes, that's right, Sarah. So take a moment. Eye gazes are gonna start to come down toward the earth if not already, tucking the chin slightly towards your body. That's gonna take some pressure off of your low back. Neutralizing your spine, yes? So you might have noticed a difference there. We're gonna look for 3 rounds of breath. No one wants surprise kisses. Deep inhales, deep exhalations. And then on your next exhale, or whenever you've done your 3, you're gonna slowly lower your belly and you're gonna come into crocodile. So you're gonna bring your hands atop of the other, it doesn't matter which one goes on top. And just rest your forehead on your hands. Yes. So take a moment here and just observe your body in the pose to begin. And now start to engage your breath. This is one of those poses where you can really feel your breath work. Inhaling and expanding your body. Exhaling, feeling your belly pressing into the earth. Now, if you want to add on a little layer, as you inhale, allow your legs, your glutes, your hamstrings to engage. So engaging those muscles. And as you exhale, relaxing the glutes, the legs, the body. If that feels like too much, then you don't need to do that, right? You can just focus on diaphragmatic breathing. Don't overthink it. Keep going. Keep filling your lungs up. Keep encouraging your belly to press into the mat. If you're taking that progressive muscle relaxation part of the practice, as you inhale, you're really allowing those big muscles in your lower part of your body to engage. Maybe the feet are pointing. Maybe you're getting a deeper stretch through the lumbar spine. And as you exhale, the body melts into the earth. Totally optional. Take one more round, making it your best one. And then we're gonna come back to Sphinx where we were earlier, forearms down. We're gonna look for a nice little stretch here. So from here, we're going to draw our hearts all the way down. We're gonna bring our hands by our side. We're gonna press up into a cobra or like a little sill on a rock. You're gonna get a deeper flexion in your lumbar spine. And then exhale, lower. Yes. And we're gonna take that left arm out to the side. That right arm is pressing into the earth. And we're just gonna roll our bodies over onto that left shoulder. If you have an injury here, you can stay in crocodile, sphinx, or not roll all the way over. Where's Bella? Okay, she's minding her business. And you can stay here, just rolling over onto your side, getting into that shoulder. If you're also looking for a twist, maybe getting a bit into your hip flexors, you can lift that top leg, bend that knee, drop that foot behind you. This is gonna make it more intense. So only do it if it feels appropriate. Find your breath. This is an intense pose regardless for most of us. So just breathe. Now, if the shoulder that's on the earth is comfortable and you want to get into that top shoulder a little bit, you can either place the hand way over the head, or I like to wrap my hand around my back, kind of placing it somewhere near my tailbones or on my hip, and getting that external rotation through my rotator cuff on that top shoulder. So again, we're just adding layers, and if it feels uncomfortable, we want out, especially when it has to do with anywhere near the neck and shoulders. Finding the breath. One more round. And then that top arm, if not already, is going to come back to the earth. You're going to slowly roll off of your shoulder. Take your time. We're going to bring our hands by our side. We're going to press into a little sill in a rock or cobra. And then we're going to exhale ourselves back down. Yes, great breath. And opposite arm's going to lengthen. Remember, your shoulders are not identical twins. So if you have an injury or ailment or something happening on this side, Honor that. And take a moment, you can just roll your body towards your shoulder. And of course, if you want to get deeper, that top leg can lift and you can drop that foot behind you. And just breathe, allow yourself to settle. Your nervous system is going to fight these deeper stretches. So you have to breathe so that your nervous system knows to calm down. That's sort of the trick to flexibility, especially after the age of 5. Just breathe. One more round. Take your time. You're going to slowly roll away from your shoulder. Bring yourself back center. Take that little still on a rock for cobra. And then see if you can push up and into child's pose. Take your time. It doesn't have to be a seamless flow. Inch by inch, little by little. Now it might feel good to relax the shoulders here, so I like to bring my hands behind my neck and bring the palms together for a prayer pose. And it just relaxes the shoulders a little bit more. One more round of breath. And then we're going to come back through center, find a tabletop. And we have one more flow movement before we end up on our back, okay? So from tabletop, you're going to tuck your toes. You're going to lift those hips back to your down dog. Take a moment, shake your head, pedal it out. Get any tension out of the body. Wiggle those hips. Get really expressive in your body. And then slowly walk your toes to meet the hands. You're going to stay in your little forward fold with your bent knees for just a moment, okay? So I want you to bring your hands on top of your feet somewhere, your ankles, and let the hands roll up the shins. They're going to stop right on top of the knees and then a little bit higher on the thighs. You're going to stick your tail out behind you, kind of like Utkatasana chair pose, except you're just in a little bent position. We're going to do those standing cat-cows now. So when you're ready, we're going to take a deep inhale. As you exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. You're going to feel your tailbone lengthening. You're going to rest your hands on your thighs. And then when you're ready to take an inhale, you're going to lift your nose, stick your tail out behind you like a little duck tail. Draw your shoulder blades together, open your heart. And then, of course, exhale, tuck your chin. Get into that thyroid gland, round your spine, tuck your tailbone. And at your own pace, you're going to take several rounds. Feel free to hang out in one of the poses a little bit longer. Try to take not only the bottom part of your body, but the top part. Sometimes we do things on one side and the other side gets neglected. So if that means you have to hold the pose so you can position things in your body, please do. Make sure you feel expansiveness. Your heart's opening. You're getting a lot of spinal flexion. You're really tucking your chin. You're really drawing your shoulders forward when you're in Fraidy cat. You're really opening up your heart space. You're really drawing those blades together when you're in happy cow. Yes. We're going to take one more round. And we're going to tuck our chin into chest. We're going to round our spine. And we're going to slowly lengthen our legs and let our arms just dangle. Yes, like little trees that are just kind of blowing in the wind. Slowly rise, roll up little by little, moment by moment, breath by breath. Let the head float on top of the shoulders. Inhale the hands into the sky. Exhale into a heart opener, back bend. Yes. Inhale up. Exhale, slow swan dive. Take your time, no rush. Nice and easy. Lifting halfway. Bending the knees. Coming into either a plank or tabletop. And we're just gonna sit on our heels, swivel our feet around and come to a seat. Yeah. All right. From here, we're gonna come down on each forearm, take your time, and just lie on your back. Make it gentle, right? We don't have to engage our core on purpose. Inhale the hands overhead, get your happy Saturday stretch. And then draw your knees into your body. Make big circles like you're painting the full moon up there. Go ahead and massage the lower back. Sometimes you have to look for it, so look for the massage. Look for that connection, rocking from side to side or making big circles. And if you need to switch directions, let's do it. That's right. And then from here, we're gonna keep those knees glued into the body. We're gonna keep that right knee in, lengthening that left leg all the way to the earth. Squeeze that knee towards your body. Wiggle those toes, release any tension in that ankle. Make little circles. And then when you're ready, we're gonna draw that knee over the body. Option to lengthen that leg if that feels okay. Your hands can rest behind the knee. And eye gazes can go in the opposite direction, encouraging the shoulders to ground. But most importantly, I don't want you to feel like you're straining into this stretch. So do whatever where you can just relax. So if the knee needs to be bent, if the shoulder needs to be a little bit more lifted, that's okay here. Once you find the pose in your body, let's reconnect with the breath. Slow exhales, nice and gentle. Feel yourself be present and grounded in this moment. Nowhere to be but right here, right now. Relaxing through the palms of your hands. Relaxing through your jaw. Relax. One more round of breath here. You're gonna take your time to come out of this pose. Take a moment. Bring both feet to the mat, knees to the sky. Go ahead and line your spine up. Make sure your shoulders and neck are comfortable. And your hands can rest anywhere you want them, over your head, on your belly. We're gonna take some windshield wipers. Nice and slow. Feel that massage as your glutes massage onto the earth. Getting a little bit of a gentle twist in the body here. Ah, feels so good. One more round, we're gonna float those knees back toward the sky and draw them into the body. Give yourself a little hug. Option to raise your forehead to your knees. So as long as you keep that lengthening in your neck as you drop your head back to the mat. Make sure you don't feel crunched up or bunched up in the back of the body. And then keep the opposite knee in, lengthen the opposite leg to the mat. Take a moment, squeeze that knee into your body, get into that flexor, and then move those toes, release that ankle. Enjoy this moment. Bonus points for snap, crackles, and pops. Yep. The best ever. And whenever you're ready, an exhalation is going to help guide that knee over your body. Again, if you want to lengthen that leg, you can capture your toes or the back of your knee, yogi's choice. So as long as you're not reaching and straining to get into the pose. Find the most comfortable variation of it. And feel free to take a moment to discover that. Shoulders are grounded, neck is relaxed, palms are relaxed. And then when you're ready, allow every exhalation to settle you right here. Be present. Feel yourself grounded. Allow your body to relax with every exhale. No tension in the knees. You're not looking for any stretches. Every time you exhale, you really feel that enjoyment of the pose in your body. Over time, you should be able to capture this moment in most of your poses. Trying to get to that place where the pose no longer exists. It's only your feeling of being relaxed. You're no longer fighting your body to be in the pose or the pose to be in your body. Taking every moment as if it's the only moment you're going to have peace and bliss in your day. Hopefully not, especially if you can cultivate this feeling elsewhere. But just in case, at least you had it here. Oh, yes. One more round of breath. And then slowly making your way back centered, taking as much time as you need to arrive. Relaxing your spine. We're gonna do one more thing before we go into our final resting place. We're gonna do some articulated bridges. So take a moment, let your hands come down by your side, knees to the sky, hip distance apart, palms pressed down. So instead of just lifting your hips up to the sky, you're gonna bring your awareness to your tailbone, and you're gonna slowly start to peel your tailbone off of the mat, peeling your spine inch by inch, little by little, until your hips float up toward the sky. Feeling your shoulders relaxing. As you exhale, you're gonna slowly start at your neck, shoulders, as your spine starts to tape itself back down to the earth, with your tailbone being the last thing to arrive. Take your time. Feel your pelvis shifting towards your toes. Feel that little curvature in your lumbar spine as you relax your body to the mat. And as you tilt your pelvis towards your toes, you're going to slowly tilt your pelvis towards your nose. And as you tilt towards your nose, you're going to feel engagement in your solar plexus or your belly. And you're going to start to peel your spine off of the mat. Lifting your hips toward the sky. As you exhale, releasing your spine back to the earth, letting your tailbone be the last thing to arrive, and shifting your pelvis towards your toes. Whew. Take a moment and relax your body onto the earth. We're gonna bring our hands overhead. We're gonna take one round of windshield wipers. Let your shoulders relax on the earth. And if there's anything else your body is needing, any final twists or turns or stretches before going into Shavasana, please do it. Shavasana is really interesting because it can be pronounced Shavasana or Savasana. Shavasana has origins or foundations in the idea of the divine, as Shiva means the divine, maybe God, maybe a higher consciousness. So the idea is that you're coming into this place of stillness so that you can reconnect with the divine. Savasana is more of an idea of bringing yourself into a deeper state of being, just being present and grounded, connecting back to the mind, releasing any tension that resides. Either way, we want to do it. So take a moment, let the body relax, relax the glutes, the jaw, the hips, and shoulder. Relaxing through the eyebrows, palms of the hands, every single finger, every single toe. Releasing any tension that is trying to creep up in the mind or the body. And with every exhale, just tell yourself, I am here. I belong. I am present. I am here. I belong. I am present. Relax. 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 Slowly beginning to bring awareness to your body. Allow yourself to feel the earth beneath you. Start to allow your body to get really heavy as it presses into the mat. And if you like, feel free to roll over onto one side. Taking a moment and drawing your knees toward your belly. Feel the head resting atop of the arm. Take a moment and make that connection as the legs come together, or they surround themselves around a block or blanket. And with your eyes soft like a feather, begin to float to a seat of choice. Take a moment here, yogis. Start to draw your chin toward the body. Bring one hand over the heart space, the other top of the belly. Take a moment and just think of your practice, your personal sacred time that you spent with yourself today. Allow yourself to feel the patience that you had for yourself in your practice today, the grace that you offered yourself. And think about the peace that was cultivated because you had patience and grace. And take a deep inhalation, open the mouth, and release. May we all go in peace. Om Shanti Om. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all of you lovelies who came online today.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again in 30 minutes if you want to come back on. Otherwise, until next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Bree.
Bye.